The Heart of the Matter, A Case for Meaning in a Material World by Bob Edwards. Chapter 1, Section, 5 or 6, Taking Sides. Here, we have two fascinating perspectives on the world, with two interesting sets of questions. It might seem obvious that choosing only one perspective diminishes our view, yet still some people choose to ignore or devalue one way of seeing or the other. They seem to be unable to respect a point of view different from their own. Some people don't seem to take the material view seriously. They may speak confidently of a 6,000-year-old world, regardless of physical evidence. They may see angels driving cars and be unconcerned about the mechanics involved. People have different reasons for neglecting the material view. Some assert the priority of Scripture over observation and experiment. They feel that material theories are unnecessary or even impious. Others think that we shouldn't be so analytical in our examination of the world, that it's far more magical than we know. They believe that the principles of the material world are constantly being suspended by higher powers or by our own power. They feel that material concepts are too rigid or possibly even irrelevant. On the other hand, some people don't seem to take the meaningful view seriously. They may speak confidently of meaninglessness and purposelessness, of randomness and chance. They may diminish belief in meaning as ignorance, and evidence of meaning as wishful thinking or fraud. Some people have different reasons for neglecting the meaningful view, too. Some believe that by examining the world, we can see that it has no meaning. They feel that a belief in meaning is unreasonable. Others insist that it's impossible, in principle, for the world to contain meaning. They find any such beliefs... Sorry, dropped the phone. They feel that a belief in meaning is unreasonable. Others insist that it's impossible in principle for the world to contain meaning. They find any such belief credulous or superstitious. There are, of course, people who reject both views. Some believe that truth and meaning are arbitrary or political concepts. They see beliefs about the material world as being just as arbitrary or political as beliefs about meaning. I hope to show that there are good reasons for affirming both points of view rather than neither. A surprising number of people simply assume that a full grasp of material principles requires abandoning any sense of meaning. Once you accept this idea, you have two choices. You can accept material principles as the one true way and reject all meaning, or you can insist on meaning as the essential perspective and abandon an appreciation of material principles. It seems to me that this belief is a particularly unfortunate one. To argue that you can't believe something on principle seems to me dangerous and unnecessary. It removes any possibility of examining the evidence, any openness to new information, any chance that your principle might be wrong. But beyond that, I just don't believe that the premise, belief in material principles, logically leads to the conclusion, rejection of a principle of meaning. Physicist Paul Davies agrees. Quote, I belong to the group of scientists who do not subscribe to a conventional religion, but nevertheless deny that the universe is a purposeless accident. End quote. I realize that when we take apart a mechanism, it's hard to find any particular piece that holds the meaning. I am aware that the equations that describe motion don't have a variable for values. Yet I think we should be careful not to oversimplify our view of the world. A Soviet minister of state once told the astronomer S. Jocelyn Bell Burnell, quote, we know there is no God. We have sent satellites up into space, and God is not to be found there. This is perhaps not a very sophisticated worldview.